We're usually talking about color in our gardens, but actually we're inside in a beautiful home that's been done by Amy Troute. And Amy, you know, for us gardeners, it's like coming in and doing color. It can be a little bit difficult, a little bit challenging. So you're going to really help us figure that all out.
Absolutely. I have a completely black thumb, so I have to look to you when it's outside, and then you can look to me when it's inside. This is one of the rooms we did in this beautiful house in Southeast Portland. This room was all about color. I think it's something that scares a lot of people. If you've got a favorite color and it's orange, how do you incorporate that into your room?
Sure.
For me, it's about starting with a piece of inspiration. For us in this room, it was the fabric on this pillow.
A pillow.
And I'm kind of notorious for starting with a fabric in a bedroom or in a living room, because it really gives you the palette that you get to work with for everything in the space.
Oh, perfect.
I think it can be kind of tricky to start with a paint color. A lot of people say, okay, I have a yellow room, going from there, you know, it can be kind of tricky. The beauty of having a piece of fabric like this is it really defines all the color you're going to use in the space. Whether it's paint color or not, I like to use paint color swatches. If you look closely, all of the colors in this pillow are happening in this paint palette. So these you can take with you to shop. You can take this with you to shop. It just kind of is a touch point to say, yes, the orange in this leather chair will work in the room.
Right.
Yes, the sofa will work. All the color in this artwork is in this pillow. So it's not like it's disjointed, it's not loud and crazy, because it's all cohesive.
You know, if for someone that doesn't understand all that, to bring something to a store would help me so much, because you're not remembering color, because how can you remember a color?
It's really difficult to remember color. I mean, I've done this for years and years, and still I wonder, is that the right green? Is that the right blue? So it just is something that it's hard to make those decisions when you're pulling a room together. Make it easier on yourself and use a cheat sheet like this.
Right. So I mean, for all us beginners, are there 3 steps that we can maybe go through that would really help us through this process?
Definitely. I think the first one is finding your inspiration. This is the color I like. This is the pattern I like. Ask yourself, what do I want my room to feel like? How do I want it to function? And that will help you kind of go to step 2, which is to put together a budget and start shopping.
Ah, that's all fun.
That's where the fun starts. Take your tools shopping with you. If you have an opportunity to even just take a piece of graph paper and lay out the size of your room, the height of your window sills, you know, where is the lighting that's already in the room? Where might I need to add a little more with lamps or, you know, other different accents? How many people do I want to seat in a room? That kind of thing. And then the third one is just really pulling it all together. And it's fun to kind of have that grand reveal moment where you're, you know, ta-da, here's the before and here's the after. But just take it easy on yourself. If it's something you're doing for the first time, you know that almost anything can be returned unless it's something that's a custom piece. But in that case, you've put a lot of thought into it, or your designer has put a lot of thought into it. And then when it's all together, just enjoy it.
Ah, well, it's interesting because I would think that you'd start with the paint on the walls, but really that's almost the last thing you do.
Paint color is almost always the last thing I select, because it's so, I mean, you have so many options with paints. You know, you can go any direction with paint. And if it's not in a paint book, you can take something like this and take it to your paint store and have them match that color.
Cool.
So it's a no-brainer at the end of the project. You can always paint first and then bring everything in, but that will let you know that you've made the right choice with paint color.
Right. Well, you've really helped kind of take the fear out of it. It's really so nice to have someone hold your hand. And you know, if you're in the Portland area, you can contact Amy and go to gardentime.tv and really have a professional help you design such a beautiful space. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Judy.